Hi there, it's Pascal here. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to deal with ungrateful family members. Now, if you don't know me, this is the first time you're coming up to my channel. I'll encourage you to subscribe because what I do here is I share my journey in my online business, everything I'm experiencing, and so that you can learn from my mistakes because a lot of people think online business don't work or online business is not real. But the reality is there's so much more that is going on behind the scene that makes people fail when they start businesses online and all that. And one of those things is family. And nobody really talks about this. And so I'm going to share with you my experience so that you learn from it. Now, why is family so important? Family is influence. Family is influence. You have to understand they play a big role in your life. And when you are in a position where you are looking to survive, you're looking to make ends meet in your life, you're looking for ways to increase your income, and you're working literally long hours, and all of a sudden, your family needs your assistance for one thing or the other. You have to pay attention to that. So that's why I listen to Grant Cardone a lot, and he said something that really touched me. I'm like, does it have to be this hard to get this place? Because he said something. He said, stay broke, stay broke. He remembers when his mother would ask him for money. He will tell his mother he doesn't have money because he was saving money, putting money away for his future and businesses that he was going to invest in. Because that's a key principle when it comes to acquiring wealth. You have to be willing to put out um, savings on the side in order to be able to snap up opportunities, because most people don't start businesses online not because they don't make money. It's just that we lack that habit of saving. So once you don't save, there's always opportunity everywhere. There's billions and billions of opportunity everywhere, but you can't snap it out because the habit of saving is not the amount that really counts. It's the habit. Developing that skill of putting $1 away every day amounts to $365 in a whole year. So if you understand that, you could increase your income and also increase your savings. So you start saving them $10 every day. That will amount to 3,600 and $560 every year. So you can increase that to any amount you want. But it's the habit that is important. So when you're dealing with family, and like Grant Cardone said, you're stacking up away this money outside, and nobody knows. You do it because you probably the only person that will know will be maybe your spouse or your children, because in case of any uncertainties. But any other external family, you don't want them to be aware of what you're doing, because you're trying to build a stable financial future for yourself and your kids, and this is going to take a decade at least in order for that to happen. So when family comes in with their own queries and all that, um, trying to looking for your assistance, what do you do? How do you deal with them? How do they understand what you're dealing with? How do they? Because what you don't want, because what happens to most people, or it actually happened to me, was I was saving money. After a while, my first couple of years in the UK, I was saving money. Then my siblings back home, we need money for a few things, and I will send it. I had no action. I was literally not doing much. I would just keep sending them money, just to assist them to do what they're doing. Now, I noticed it became like a pattern. Every time they needed money to buy a recharge card or something, they will call you. Like, these guys, do they think I pluck this money from the tree? I'm literally working hard to get this money. So when you try to cut that, when you get into that flow of you keep giving, my father used to tell me something that if you keep giving somebody something every time they keep come and ask you, the day you say I don't have, or just wait a little bit, watch their behavior. They'll totally change from the person that you already know. So it's something that I learned very early on. So once you are in that flow of giving, once you want to break that pattern of them being dependent on you and trying to make them independent. It's usually a challenging step to approach, and it's something that you have to tread with cautiously, and I try to do mine cautiously. In fact, I've done it cautiously. In other words, started investing on like laptops and things that for them to begin to understand how to do basic things, be self-sufficient in their own self. But they are not buying it, they keep coming to you, but you still instill. So these are some of the challenges that you may have, because you will need money to grow your business. You will need money to invest in yourself. You will need money to take trips. You will need money to for your own family as well. If you keep pushing every funds that you have just because they are your family and all that, you're literally taking away. I wouldn't say everybody's situation is gonna be different. I can't speak for everybody in this case because this is a family. Then every family is different. But what I'm saying, the principle remains the same. You just have to find a way not to or quit, siphon what you're doing to grow yourself and your business and to create wealth in your own life, and help them as well. Find the balance to help them to be what they want to be. But if you're in a situation where it's literally like impossible, I always know that one thing I know, that human beings will always survive. Once you say you can't give or there's no money available, obviously when there's no money available, just like Grant will tell you, Grant can always say, I'm broke, there's no money, let's wait till the end of the month and see what we can achieve. Then they will always find a way to solve that problem. So in that way, you're literally teaching them how to fish for themselves rather than being dependent on you to create that outcome they want. And that's what the position you want them to be in. Because I see kids that are in their 20s, 30s, and they're still dependent on their parents. And this is something that I wouldn't say is unacceptable, but how long can that keep going on? How long can that keep going on? I don't know your experience. This is what I am seeing in my own world. So let's keep pushing and keep sharing this thing and keep helping each other and break away from this chain that stops people from creating massive change in their life. Now, what I want you to take away from this video is very simple. I'm not saying you should cut your relationship with your family or none of that. Be grateful for them to be part of your family. But relationship is give and take. Make sure when you give them something, they are giving you something back in return. It might not be money, it might not be something, it might just be they are doing some work that will be much more equivalent to helping themselves in creating the outcome that they want. Um, that's the way I look at it, because it's much more, you in that way you're helping them and you're not literally breaking the relationship, because you guys can still see and have a good discussion. But apart from that, when it goes to that, I used to be that guy now. You must do this and that will happen, But I'm learning every day. Learning every day. There's a subtle way of doing things, and it's much more effective than yelling and shouting, you know. So this is my experience, guys, and I hope you guys find some value out of it. Apart from that, keep pushing and keep grinding. This whole thing, it's fun. Take this from me. It's fun because it's a game of life. Success is the progressive realization of your worthy ideal. You set a goal, you start working towards it, you start seeing things a little bit more clearly in life. Things are not just the way you think they are. It's thought. Thought is energy. That's what's controlling everything in the universe. You have that power within you. I've given you dominion over everything on the world. It's there in the Bible. Start using yours to create the outcome that you want. Apart from that, deal with your relationships and family members, ungrateful family members, the people that keep banging on you. Try not to break the relationship. Be grateful for them being in your life, but at the same time, try and teach them how to fish rather than handing them over fish. Apart from that, I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.